Welcome back. This is the Renegade Fight. I am your host, RDJ, and this is the episode of the recap of the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. This game was played February 9th, 2025. The Eagles came out opening kickoff, and they came out hitting on all cylinders um, through the passing game, quarterback runs, offensive line blocking, and doing their job to perfection. The opening kickoff, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense went on down and drove down the field, making plays. Um, the Eagles scored late in the first quarter, and when they did, they kept pounding and pounding on the Chiefs, scoring and accumulating a lot of points, um, knocking the Chiefs right out of the game from the start. Um, and whenever they did that, the Chiefs just could not recover. The Eagles also uh, ran down the field, and when they ran down the field, I noticed that they were doing a lot of pulling guard blocks, pulling center blocks. They were right in the positions that they needed to gain significant yards to sustain drives. Kansas City Chiefs did all they can to keep drives going, but the Eagles defense determined not to let that happen. Um, and key costly turnovers also helped the Chiefs not be able to possess down the field and keep first downs. Uh, so they couldn't convert on second downs and they couldn't convert on third downs. The Chiefs could not do that. The Eagles defense, who was led by defensive back Cooper DeJean and linebacker Joshua Sweat, they played lights out, putting the defense on their backs. Not only putting the defense on their backs, it got the offense rallied once again. The offense was already rallied, but it just gave the offense even more um, energy to continue to pile the points on the board. This defense from the Eagles and this offense from the Eagles, they played lights out all night long. Um, Coach Nick Sirianni was coaching very, very well. And not only Coach Nick Sirianni, uh, Coach defensive coordinator Vic Fangio, he done an offensive job on calling those defensive plays, keeping the players in the right position to make plays. Uh, and Vic Fangio displayed an awesome effort to keep his defense confident, not only keep his defense confident and in the right places in the right time. This was a defense that played lights out all night. In the second half, the Eagles continued to put the pressure on the Chiefs and for tackles for loss, tackles right at the line of scrimmage, sacks. The Eagles kept pounding, and KC just couldn't recover. Um, they the Eagles kept the Chiefs behind the first down markers all night long, uh, just about. And the final score for the game was uh, Philadelphia 40, Kansas City 22. And just going back just a little bit, the halftime score was Philadelphia 24, Kansas City 0. And that was surprising to a lot of people because they didn't expect for Kansas City to come out as flat as they did and not be all on the same page. That's not really a Kansas City team that we're used to seeing down through the years and even this season. We're used to seeing Kansas City. We've used to seeing them this year play from behind, yes, but not this far behind to where they just cannot grasp and get things together. And this Eagles defense exposed some things that uh, we thought that the Chiefs could overcome or have fixed going into the game, but some way somehow the Eagles did what they supposed to do to win the game, and not only did they do enough to win the game, they did enough to uh, keep the Chiefs from keeping the game close. And just to give some other notes, Jalen Hurts played lights out all day, all night long. Um, and not only did he play lights out, he got the playmakers involved, which I knew he would do that. But the way that he did it was every play he had a game plan through the offensive coordinator, and the offensive coordinator for the Eagles uh, working with the quarterback and the offense as a whole to get every player that touched the field involved. And that also helps keep drives alive. And not only help keeps drive alive, it keeps the players involved in the game because you see that everybody is on the same page and they're willing to work together and bring things to where they need to get in the end zone. And the Eagles did just that. So just to move on just a little bit further down, the Eagles' stats was the passing department. Jalen Hurts threw the ball 22 times for 17 completions, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. From the rushing department, Jalen Hurts, 11 carries, 72 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 25 carries, and 57 yards rushing. Receiving, Devonta Smith, 4 reception, 69 yards, 1 touchdown. A.J. Brown, 3 receptions, 43 yards, 1 touchdown. Josh Dobson, 2 receptions, 42 yards. Saquon Barkley had 6 receptions for 40 yards. And just the pause right there, uh, it surprised me to see that Saquon Barkley had 25 carries and 57 yards. We're used to seeing him get over 100, 125 a game, just running all over the place. And just to see that he don't have many rushing yards also let me go back to going back to seeing that Saquon is one of those players that is great in catching the ball out of the backfield. So to see that part of the game for him be played this past weekend, Sunday night, also let you know that he can do more than rushing the football. He can be effective in the backfield, which we already knew that. And going down to the defensive department for the Eagles, uh, Zach Braun, 3 tackles, 1 interception. O. Burks, 3 tackles. M. Williams, 3 tackles. Cooper DeJean, 3 tackles, 1 interception. Mitchell, 3 tackles. Josh Sweat, 6 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 2 tackles for loss. And for the game stats, we'll Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City game stats. Total yards, Philadelphia, 345 total yards. Kansas City, 275. Passing yards, 210 passing yards for Philadelphia and 226 passing yards for the Kansas City Chiefs. Rushing yards, 135 yards for Philadelphia and 49 for the Chiefs. Yards per play, 4.9 Philadelphia, 5.6 yards per play for Kansas City. First downs, Philadelphia, 21 first downs, Kansas City 12. Total plays, Philadelphia 70 total plays, and Kansas City 49 total plays. The time of possession was Philadelphia 36 minutes and 58 seconds, and for the Kansas City Chiefs 23 minutes and 2 seconds. Coming down for the stats for the Kansas City Chiefs, passing, Patrick Mahomes, 32 attempts off 21 completions, 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Rushing, Patrick Mahomes, 4 carries for 25 yards. Receiving department, Xavier Worthy, 8 receptions, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns. Travis Kelce had 4 receptions for 39 yards. DeAndre Hopkins, 2 receptions for 18 yards, 1 touchdown. On the defense, Tranquil for the Chiefs had 7 tackles, 1 sack. Karlaftis, 3 tackles, 1 sack. Jay Reed, 5 tackles. Bolton, 4 tackles. Trent McDuffie, 4 tackles. B. Cook, 3 tackles, 1 interception. And just some game notes from the Super Bowl and Sunday night's game. The Eagles had 6 sacks, 3 takeaways, and forced 5 3-and-outs in the game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City failed to cross midfield on each of the first 9 offensive drives. Cooper DeJean had a 38-yard pick six. Saquon Barkley is also the second player in NFL history to win the rushing title, Offensive Player of the Year, and to win a Super Bowl in a season. And he is in that conversation with the Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, who did this same stat, accomplished the same stat in 1998. So just this was a Super Bowl one for the ages because we didn't expect it to be this kind of blowout, but it was a game that we all wanted to see, and we did see it, and we all seen what happened. I feel like the Eagles is set to make playoff runs in the future. Not only make playoff runs in the future, they can very well get back to this Super Bowl, and not only get to the Super Bowl, they can win other multiple Super Bowls as well. We've already seen how they can do it and how they will do it by building through the draft, getting these young players in, rotating in and out, getting everyone on the same page, and not only getting the building through the draft. They this past offseason got Saquon Barkley, and now this team was already in the Super Bowl in previous years and won a Super Bowl a few years ago. They are really setting themselves up for the long haul and the longevity of the franchise to come back year after year if they can keep everyone healthy, and not only keep everyone healthy, keep everyone on the same page. And just to let you know again too, this has been an awesome NFL football season. I enjoyed watching every game that I've seen. Didn't get to see them all, but what I did see, I enjoyed. And sad to see that this season is over. But now we can look forward to the draft and see what these teams do. Not only that, look forward to next football season. So again, I would like to say congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles on a Super Bowl victory. Uh, you played an awesome season. Keep up the good work. And one more note to the Super Bowl. Uh, Jalen Hurts was the Super Bowl MVP. And congratulations to him on that stat as well. So just encourage everyone to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us. This is the Renegade Fight, and I'm your host, RDJ, and always go Noles.